Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Custom Spotlight. Firstly, I just want to say if you hear a noise in the background, that is the fan. It is hot as heck in this room and I need to keep it cool. So, you're going to have to deal with that fan noise if you hear it. If it gets picked up on screen, I don't care. I need this fan to survive, okay? It is too hot right now. Anyway, I thought today we'd do a little Western focused episode. So today we're talking about, for the first time ever on the series, unless we count the updates to the main cast, today we are talking about some actual characters relevant to the show of Thomas the Tank Engine and not OCs or Sonic the Steam Engine. We are talking solely about characters from the TV show. So, let's start with Duck here. Duck doesn't even get a grand introduction. He's just been here the whole time. We'll talk about his coaches in just a minute. Let's back them up. So Duck here, he may look different than he has in some of the previous episodes of the series. My model didn't have a funnel for a while, so I literally just earlier today cut him a new funnel. It's literally just pieces of paper that I stuffed in the little hole for the funnel that was there. That's literally all it is. It's not anything else. I repainted his side rods silver because previously I had them with a black line through the middle and it just meshed with his body and wheels too much. So I repainted them silver. He has a new face. Because this used to be the close shave for Duck, but when I was a kid I broke off the face, so I drew him a new face. Now, his previous face was not this one. The face that I had on him for the longest time, and the one you probably saw him with when he was in the series, is this face right here. I drew this with marker, I drew this ages ago, and it is really bad. So we will never talk about this face ever again. I think this face is way more accurate, but ultimately I think it's still flawed. Also, I painted the running board white, but you shouldn't really notice that. Ultimately, I think this Duck still looks like garbage. I honestly just probably need to buy a new one. So, don't be surprised if at some point I actually just buy a new Duck. Do not be surprised in the slightest. We'll just move you aside. We'll talk real quick about the express coaches that I made because I just threw him in with Duck because I didn't really care what rolling stock Duck had. So, express coaches. Well, the backstory for these goes no further than I just wanted some express coaches for Gordon to pull because for some reason express coaches in the lines that did make them, because a lot of lines didn't make them, but even in the lines that did, like Tomy, they are ridiculously hard to find and expensive. And I thought I didn't need to spend that much money on them when I could just paint some pre-existing stuff into express coaches. So these may just look like box fans, but actually what they are the Trackmaster Connor and Caitlin coaches. Yeah, I was perfectly fine with disposing of those as long as I could get some express coaches. And honestly, they look really... They are kind of bad, but yeah. Now, I'm sure you're probably wondering, why does this one have little bigger windows? It's actually accurate. Look at a picture of the express coaches, and you will find out that one of them has big windows on one side and little ones on the other side. So, I don't think the doors are accurate, but I really didn't care. This is a cheapy version anyway. I just wanted something that Gordon could pull that resembled express coaches. I made him a little brake as well. Again, I don't really care about accuracy with these coaches. I just kind of wanted something for Gordon to pull. He does look pretty good with them. Ultimately, I want to buy some better express coaches as well as a better Duck. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for Duck and for the express coaches. But that's only one engine on the Little Western. Now another engine that works on the Little Western is Oliver. Now, but wait, I hear you ask. Tomy Oliver is ridiculously expensive. You do not. There is no way that you, a channel that doesn't even have 100 subs yet, has a Tomy Oliver. And you're right, I don't. But I have the next best thing. A custom Oliver. Yeah, I'm one of those people who actually just makes customs of characters that they can't afford to buy. So, let's talk about this Oliver. I know he's not accurate. He technically is not finished yet. Shut up. So, let's talk about him. So, the shell... I'm going to have to confess my sins here. I bought this shell off of eBay. Yes, the one app that I sold myself, I told you, I told my mom, I told my dad, I told everyone I would never buy a product off of eBay ever. But then I learned about Custom Trackmasters and his channel. I learned about all of his amazing custom models he does, and I immediately fell in love with the Oliver shell he made. So, I bought the Oliver shell. I'm actually going to leave a link in the description to his video where he showed off this Oliver. And you guys can go to his eBay store and buy this yourself. Support this guy. This guy is really good. He's done this. He has a custom Revolution Mavis. He has Bertram for Revolution. He has a Trackmaster 2 Duck. Yeah, maybe I could buy that shell off him. I don't know. Anyway, he has a lot of stuff. Go support him. The channel's great. He is great. Give him a sub, dang it. So, this shell was made to fit on a Percy chassis. So, this is the chassis of the Percy that I just have. I do have another Percy on the way that I'm going to rip the chassis from specifically for Oliver, but he hasn't arrived yet, and I honestly don't know when he's going to, because I ordered him like 2 weeks ago and he still hasn't come, so we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I bought these Tomy Oliver replacement stickers off of, again, eBay. I don't know what's been going on with me lately, but I don't know. These back wheels are literally just a take and play Winston's wheels that I just ripped off and have blue tacked onto the back. Literally just blue tack. That's all that's holding these in. Just a bit of blue tack that I just stuck on the back of the chassis, and yeah. Considering Oliver does have small wheels in the back, I wanted something to insinuate that, and well, this is what I came up with. Little take and play wheels in the back. Now I know Oliver isn't supposed to have the cylinder. When I actually get the Percy shell, I'll try to find a way to remove that. But as you saw with my, where is he? Where is he? As you saw with my, Audrey Thomas model, I'm not super good at removing these side cylinder things. Also, fun fact, the middle wheel from this Thomas came with this Oliver shell. For some reason, Custom Trackmasters threw in an extra middle wheel for Oliver. I really don't know why. But it looks pretty good. Honestly, Oliver didn't need it, so I just chucked it on Audrey Thomas, and it looks pretty good. Also, while I have him out, one thing new has been done to Audrey Thomas, and that's that I gave him a copper chimney cap like Audrey's Ginty Thomas model has. So now it's more of just an odds and ends model. Okay, we're good on that. No more that Thomas is not appearing for the rest of this video. So let's keep going. I literally just bought this shell. It came in standard white. I painted it green, slapped it on this chassis, painted up the face and the smoke box, added those little sticker decals, and that's it. He's ready to run. He actually does run really well. I made some trucks that Oliver is fairly familiar with in the past, so let's take a look at these customs that I made. First one is my custom Scruffy. Now I'm sure you see this face and your immediate guttural reaction is, oh no, I know where this face came from. To confirm your worst nightmare, if that is you, yep, I just tore this face off of a wooden railway Scruffy. I mean, honestly, it's just held onto this by blue tack. Like, literally just blue tack. I could, if I really wanted to, I could just take the face off again. And just tack it back onto the wooden model, and it's fine. But I'm more of a trackmaster guy anyway, so this is what I'm going to use this Scruffy. This is what I'm going to use the face for. This Scruffy. This is the Scruffy that I'll be using most often when I use it. I painted on his wording. I know he has way more wording than this. Again, evident by the wooden toy. Look at all that wording. There's no way I could fit all of that onto a Trackmaster 2 scaled wagon. And either way, I feel like Mattel would simplify it, so I just wrote SC Ruffy Co. on the side. As you can tell, I use like an orange type color to emulate like the rust on the on Scruffy. Now this is his old condition. I do actually have, if I can find it, it's somewhere in this mess below the table. Here he is. I do actually have a modern condition Scruffy. His look is based off of how he looked at the end of Oliver Owns Up. Not Oliver Owns Up, Toad Stands By in the TVS. Again, just take that blue tack, stick the face on, and I have a new built condition Scruffy. If I wanted to do that. But I think his more common condition is his more dirty pre-rebuild design. So that's what I made. This Scruffy looks glorious. You cannot convince me that this doesn't look beautiful. Like, put this 1-to-1 up against an actual picture of Scruffy from the show, and you will be blown away by how clean that looks. And on the opposite side of the same coin, we have Fred and Rickety. These are characters that originated from the Railway series. They are not in the TV show at all. And honestly, I didn't really care what their designs were like, so I just threw this together. This is Fred. He's just chuckling, laughing away. He has his name on his side. I literally just painted the lines of an orange truck. I think this was the truck that came with the Lost Treasure pack. If I remember correctly. I don't remember what this truck came with. I don't remember what truck this is, but if I remember, I'll mention it in like another video or something, or maybe I'll just forget. I don't Where's the other truck? This one. This one came with the Talking Thomas. The CGI Talking Thomas, like the old one. I had that when I was a kid, and this is the truck that came with it. This is the truck that came with the Lost Treasure pack. I literally just painted the face, painted the buffers, painted like the stripes, right, but wrote his name on the side, and that's it. That's Fred. He's unimportant. Get out, go. And then there's Rickety, who I literally just made using the same philosophy. His face is just chuckling. Look at that evil chuckle face. He has painted buffers. His name on the side, Rickety. He has the stripes painted, and that's it. He's literally just a blue truck. This one came with the Harvey pack, the Trackmaster 2 Harvey, the helpful Harvey. So let's move this guy. Get out. I don't ever want to see Fred or Rickety ever again. And just to complete the trio, we have Toad the brake bag. This Toad has not had many updates done to him at all. I will confess my sins yet again. I bought this off of eBay. Cry about it. All I did to him was paint the buffers and repainted the roof because there were some colored stains on it when I bought it. Probably done by like some kid who drew on it with marker or something. I literally just took a white paint pen to the roof, and that's it. And with that, I know you just love seeing my arm on the camera. I've done that like 20 times this video. With that, we have completed Oliver. Now both Duck and Oliver are chilling on the camera here. Now, I'm sure you're probably asking, what about Donald and Douglas? I don't have Donald or Douglas yet. Honestly, I kind of want to buy two of those, like, Trackmaster Classic, like, later era Edwards, and making blue Donald and Douglas out of them. Because Donald and Douglas were blue at one point in the Railway series. I kind of want to make those customs and then just buy the black versions like elsewhere. I'll talk about those when I get them because I actually really like Donald and Douglas. So, yeah, that's going to do it for this video. You may notice that I actually I'm not as enthusiastic as I usually am with these videos. In fact, you may actually argue I don't care as much today. But that's just because it's hot. I'm trying to beat the heat, record this video. And I know I'm going to have people complaining to me in the YouTube comments because I opted to buy a 3D model, to buy a 3D print of an Oliver shell when I could have just spent like $20,000 to buy an Oliver off of eBay. When literally nobody wants to do that because Tomy Oliver isn't rare. Tomy Oliver isn't rare. He's just high in demand. I'm also going to link Troublesome Junctions video on why Tomy Oliver sucks in the description as well. Check it out. Although, vulgarity warning, he is a very naughty person. So, with that out of the way, I'm going to wrap up this video, and hopefully next week we can get to a better custom. One that won't get my comment section spammed with like, oh, you shouldn't have done it like this, or oh, you should have done it like that, or oh, why did you buy an Oliver body shell when you could have spent like $20,000 on a Tomy Oliver? when literally no one wants to do that, I'm going to stop rambling now. I'm going to end the video. Goodbye. Have a good day, whatever. See you next week.